I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
Andy Anderson, thank you very much for doing an interview with us. Can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Yeah, I am a 40-year-old MILF, swinger, hot wife, and what else? I am new to the porn industry, kind of, but I've been content creating for years, years.
Okay, so how long have you actually been making professional content?
I did a few scenes in 2022 and didn't do anything in 2021, or I mean 2023. And then this year, I started in February and really started taking it seriously. And so basically just since February.
What are your statistics measurements?
I am 32, 28, 41.
And your height?
I'm 4'11".
Cool. Okay, so we've touched on it a little bit, but how did you start in the industry?
Mm. Um, well, I started content creating back in 2020. I was actually a webcam girl, and my fans kept asking me for an OnlyFans. And so I was like, all right, let me see what this is about. And I thought it was just going to be a little bit of passive income, and it was not. It was way more. So I really started working that started to overtake my camming, and then I just grew on a lot of the different platforms, Instagram and Twitter, and I MindGeek, who owns browsers, had actually reached out to me on Twitter in my DMs asking if I would be interested in working with them. And at first I really wasn't. Didn't know I didn't know that the I didn't know the performers had so much power and say over what they could and couldn't do in a film, and so that really scared me. Um and then I did two scenes. I for them, I enjoyed them, but I was still like, I don't know, hell-bent, I think, on sticking with being a content creator and really having control over myself and my content. That I didn't do any scenes after that. And then um we went to AVN this year, and AVN was kind of a game changer for me. I thought, I've been a content creator for a long time. I'm over being a content creator. I want more. I think with managing your own content, you come to a point where you have to where you hit a wall, like you can only do so much. And so I had hit that wall, and I was like, okay, I think I'm ready to start doing professional porn. So I went to AVN shopping for an agent, a manager, an assistant, um, a PR team, and I found all of that there. And that was the jump start. So essentially I signed it within a week. I signed an assistant, signed with an agency, got a manager, all of the things. And so that just from then on, it's been ready, set, go.
Cool. How did you
Yeah.
create the name?
How did I come up with my name?
Yep.
Um, okay, so this is actually a funny story. I was a dancer. I was a stripper a long time ago. I in college, I was working two jobs. I was breaking my back on the academics and just working. I think I maybe got 4 hours of sleep a day. And my roommate was actually making shitloads of money as a dancer. And so I was like, I think I want to be a stripper. Like I can work 3 nights a week and have my, rent covered and everything. Well, my boyfriend at the time was like, no, absolutely not. No, I'm not dating a stripper. And so a couple months go by and I found out he cheated on me. So I broke it off with him, went that night and applied at the strip club that my friend was working at. And I was like, I don't know. They said, well, what are we going to call you? And I said, well, Andie. And Andie ended up being my boyfriend's name that cheated on me. So, so I just rolled with it. Andie just kind of stuck with me through the years. So when I started content creating, I was like, what am I going to call myself? And my husband was like, just go with Andie. I'm like, okay. So here we are.
Can you tell us about your first shoot?
Yeah. My first shoot. Yeah, my first shoot was with it was with Reality Kings, and they were great to me. But it was in a gym. So I had to fly to Miami, and they were like, yeah, your call time's not until 8 p.m. And I was like, 8 p.m. Like, we're gonna be filming forever. And they were like, yeah, we'll probably film until like 1 or 2 in the morning. But it's a gym scene, and then we have to wait until the gym closes. And I was like, okay. So yeah, it was with Juan Loco was the male talent, and we were basically fucking in this gym and in the locker room, which was not ideal. So, but it was fun. It turned out great. So that was my first scene.
Can you tell us about your
And then
last
my
one?
second, my last one, um, they, what was my last one? My last one was for New Biles, last week in Arizona. And it was, sorry, I'm mixing my scenes up. It was for, goodness, I don't remember the name of it, but they basically it was the stepson scene. My stepson was Jay Romero. He ended up being a great shoot partner. Um, he got grounded by his dad. His dad took his cell phone. I told him I could help him, but he has to give me a cream pie. So that's how it went. And it was blazing hot in that house. There was something wrong with the AC that day, and it's like 100 degrees outside in Arizona. So
Yeah.
it was a hot day.
Cool. What do you enjoy most about being a porn star?
Hmm. The thing that I would say I enjoy most is meeting all different walks of life. It is incredible. And then not only meeting different walks of life, but also hearing their origin stories, or like, what they did before porn. I love that. I love those stories. I love hearing them.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years. Um, 5 years, I'll probably move, I think, to the management side of porn within 5 years, I would say. Um, that's, I think, what the goal is. That, and my husband and I own a comic. We own a comic book store online, and so it's either we're gonna push that really heavy, or I'll end up managing girls, well, and men maybe. So, but I think that's where I see myself. I'm not sure yet.
Okay. So looking back at your career as in content creation and working for professional production companies, is there anything that you do differently?
What would I do differently? Is that what you asked? Sorry.
Yep, pretty much.
Okay. Um, I think honestly I would have probably turned to help sooner than I did, because for the longest time, I mean, for 4 years, I ran everything on my own. And to be quite honest, when you get to a certain point, you can't do it all by yourself. So I would have sought out an assistant sooner. I probably would have signed with an agency sooner. Um, I would have, hired a manager sooner to get me into places that I wanted to be in, and to get me brand deals and stuff like that. So for the longest time, I worked my own brand deals even, and um, I would have done all that like a long time ago had I known then what I know now.
What's your favorite sexual position on and off camera, and why?
Hmm. So my favorite sexual position on camera is definitely doggy. The reason being, I think my body looks really good in that position. And it's nice to have a break from your partner, from your shoot partner, where they're not up in your space. Um, Not that I don't love the intimacy, because I do. I wish there was actually more intimacy in porn than there is. Um, with our shoot partner, because we meet on set and then we're like, hey, and it's super hot and sexy, but we're still making a movie. So some of those elements are missed, unless it's a shoot that actually absolutely calls for that. um but it's nice to have a break from just your partner being here constantly. Because these shoots, you're hot and it's warm, and sometimes just that little bit of space still makes all the world of difference, and it's still super hot. So um yeah. And then my favorite position off camera is definitely 69, because I love receiving while I'm giving pleasure.
Are there any sex acts you haven't shot yet but want to?
I don't know. I think, but so I enjoy, yeah, probably. Um, I would say I haven't had multiple partners yet. Well, I have with one. It was a boy, girl, girl, but I didn't, I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm like, I don't know what it looks like yet. But I would like to shoot with more partners, male and female. And so I would enjoy that. I would like to shoot a gangbang. I enjoy piss play and water sports, so I would enjoy doing that too. Oh man. Yeah, basically that, and I just would like some more partners in my shoots.
Which porn star do you most like to work with?
Um, hmm. Either uh, small hands, um, probably Owen Gray.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't shot with Johnny Sins yet, and I think I would like to.
What would you change about the adult industry?
Um, I think I think male talent should be paid more. That's what I would change.
Has the stigma around the adult industry affected you?
No, it hasn't. Not one single bit. Um, I think for the longest time, I was 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And I think that's why I didn't do pro porn for a very long time too. and didn't hire an agent, didn't do all these things, was because I was worried what the outside world was going to think about me, mainly my family. And so finally I got to a point where I was like, I'm just going to tell them. And so I did. And I don't know why I was so worried about it, because my family is amazing and they're accepting. And that's exactly what they did. They accepted it and they were like, it was kind of like, huh, I'm not surprised. Because I was always the wild, I was always kind of wild. I always kind of did my own thing and walked my own path. And they totally accepted it. So I just told my brothers, I was like, look, don't get on Pornhub. Stay off Pornhub if you don't want to see me, because you're gonna see me. And so so no, I think because of that, because I was okay with my family knowing, and I think that allowed me to just kind of be free in it, and no, the stigma has not affected me at all.
What's the weirdest thing you've been asked to do during a shoot?
The weirdest thing, to be honest, I haven't had any weird things asked yet. Like, I don't know if it's because I'm so new or like what, but I haven't had anybody ask me weird to do anything weird. No. Mm-mm. I'm waiting for it though, and I'm kind of excited for it to happen. But no, all of my shoots have been awesome. Like, I haven't had anything that I'm like, that's a little strange. I haven't had anything like that. So,
What advice would you give to someone who wanted to get into the industry?
oh, find the right people, find a team, make a team, find a team, and take care of them, because they'll take care of you.
Have you ever been grossed out during a shoot? If so, how did you handle it?
No, I haven't been grossed out during a shoot. I think this kind of goes back to if you've had anything crazy asked of you in the shoot. Again, I have been so blessed in that aspect. So no, if I had been grossed out, I think I probably I would internalize it. I definitely wouldn't try and make my shoot partner feel embarrassed or any type of way about it. I would just internalize it. Let's solve the problem and move forward.
What
But
hobbies
let's
do
be
you,
honest, like really, like really, the thing is, typically when you're doing boy girl stuff, the things that would gross anybody out typically comes from a female body. So like, which I haven't had anything gross happen, but I mean, yeah, so it's usually the women that are getting embarrassed on set, but
what hobbies and interests do you have outside of the industry?
oh, I am an avid reader. I'm a big, big bookworm. I've been reading since I read every night to go to sleep. And it's been a lifelong habit since I was about 8. So I love a good book. And then I paint. I'm a resin artist. I paint with resin and acrylic, and crushed glass, and yeah, so those are my hobbies.
What book are you reading at the moment?
I'm sorry.
What book are you reading at the moment?
At the moment, I'm rereading The Wings of War. It's by Bryce O'Connor.
Okay. Do you use sex toys? If so, which ones?
Yes, I do use sex toys. I love these cyber skin dildos. Um, I love those. I have quite a few of them, and those are absolutely my favorite toys. I do have a Tentacle by Bad Dragon that I tend to favor too. Just the texture is amazing. Um, yeah, that's about it. But I have a whole next time you have me on, we're gonna have to go through my toy chest because it's incredible. I have a girlfriend who's a dom, and she's like, "You have crazier shit in this toy chest than I have." So that says something.
It's a date, we'll do that. To date, which porn scene are you most proud of and why?
Which, hmm. Um, I don't know. Okay, so my second scene was also with Reality Kings, and it was in a car in 90-degree heat in Miami with J Mac. I'm pretty proud of that one. And I actually I think J Mac was actually my first friend in the industry. I would say because he that shoot was great. He and the director treated me awesome. And anytime I need help or anytime I want to shoot with JMac, I can reach out to those two and they're always there and willing to help. And so I'm pretty proud of that one, just simply because it turned out to be a really hot scene and the connection of friendship that I got out of it too.
Do you watch porn? If so, what type?
I do watch porn. Okay, so I don't have a type. Like I I don't have a type because it's like every time I get on to watch porn, it's like something different that I want to see that day. So I don't have a type. I wish I could tell you, but yeah, one day it'll be big dicks, one day it'll be anal, the next day it's lesbian porn, the next it's gay porn, you know? So
If you're interviewing a porn star, what would you ask them?
if I were interviewing a porn star, what would I ask them?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm. I would ask them their biggest turnoffs in the industry. I'm always curious to hear that.
And what are yours?
My biggest turnoffs in the industry?
Yep.
Man, creators that shoot themselves in the foot, or, I mean, industry workers that shoot themselves in the foot. Like, sometimes Twitter is not your friend with all of your thoughts. And being a porn star, we're in a, you're seen by a lot of eyes and you're heard by a lot of people. And you do have a platform where people are listening to what you're saying. So make it good, you know? But we've had lately people that have been canceled because they say the shittiest things about other industry workers as a whole, you know? And so that's an ick for me.
That leads us on to what turns you on.
What turns me on? Fuck, what doesn't? I can pick things out about people. People turn me on. And it's funny, I can sit in a room and talk to someone and I may not be physically attracted to them the most, but if they're engaging in a great conversation with me, or they're making me laugh, or those things can turn me on big time. So I think I don't know. And then I like people, I like to be hit on. So people that can just come out and hit on someone is, I don't know, it's quite alluring for me. That really turns me on.
Who within the adult industry would you like to nominate to answer these questions?
Hmm. In the adult industry, would I probably CJ Hotwife.
CJ Hotwife. Cool.
Hmm.
Andie, thank you very much for doing an interview with us.
Thank you. It was a pleasure being on here with you.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?